Once again, another sinister story unveiled by Jason E.
The Silent Patient.
There was a time when Alicia Berenson was a celebrated artist, a woman of fire and silence, of canvas and chaos. She had everything: a grand house in London, a devoted husband, fame, beauty, and admirers across the world. But everything shattered one night when she was found standing over her husband's lifeless body, his face unrecognizable, shot 5 times in the face. She never spoke another word, not during the trial, not at the press conferences, not even to her defense lawyer. Her silence screamed louder than any confession. The public was obsessed. The tabloids called her the silent patient. Some believed she was traumatized. Others believed she was cold, calculated. She was declared insane and sent to a secure psychiatric facility called the Grove. Years passed. Alicia never painted again, until one night she created a single piece. It was a haunting self-portrait. She titled it simply Alcestis, a name rooted in ancient tragedy. A woman who sacrificed herself for her husband's life, only to return from the underworld, silent. Then came Theo Faber, a forensic psychotherapist, ambitious, intelligent, and quietly obsessed with Alicia's case. He convinced the Grove to let him work with her. He believed he could get her to speak. He believed he could fix her. He had no idea what he was walking into. Theo dug into her past. He visited her old neighbors, her former gallerist, even her dead husband's family. What he found was unsettling. Alicia had been watched, stalked. She claimed someone had broken into their house weeks before the murder. But Gabriel, her husband, didn't believe her, said she was imagining things. The more Theo discovered, the more unstable the picture became. Alicia's childhood was marred by abandonment and trauma. Her mother died in a car crash. Her father once told her it should have been her who died instead. The silence? Maybe it began long before the murder. Still, she said nothing to Theo until he gave her a journal. That's when everything changed. She began to write. At first, just scattered thoughts. Then, memories, dreams, nightmares, and finally, the truth. One night, Alicia wrote about the evening Gabriel was killed. She had come home and found a masked man holding a gun. He tied her to a chair. Then he brought Gabriel in. The masked man told Gabriel, "Choose, you or her." Gabriel didn't move, didn't fight. He chose himself. And then, bang, 5 shots. But the twist? Alicia revealed something else. The masked man had a distinct voice, and she had heard that voice before, recently, in therapy. Because it wasn't just any intruder. It was Theodore. He had followed Gabriel, found him cheating, grew obsessed with Alicia, obsessed enough to break into her house and force Gabriel to show his true colors. He didn't kill Gabriel. He wanted Alicia to see who her husband really was. But she turned that horror inward and killed Gabriel herself. Theo never expected her to paint the truth, but she did. In that silent portrait, in that silent journal. She wasn't mute. She was waiting. When the police finally read her words, it was too late. Theo had confessed without knowing it. And Alicia? She never needed to speak. Because sometimes, silence is the loudest scream of all. Thanks for listening to another sinister tale by Jason E.